Hey, what's up? It is DJ. Welcome back to New Mods for Farming Simulator 25. Today we have the perfect 25 mods to show off. All platforms, 15 new and 2 updates. And PC Mac players got 6 new and 2 updates as well. Timestamps are linked down below. Let's jump right in. All right, let's start them off with some new ones for all platforms today. The Capello Diamant 12. This is a 9-meter corn header folding up, which is nice. 6 mile per hour max speed on it. We do have some color options here, so you can change up the front bit, and you can also change up the rear bit. Ooh, dark blue and white looks very, very good with this. I don't know what combine you'd use it for, but I am all for it. So this next trailer is very interesting. This is the Rudolph DK 280RP Realistic. And it is fairly realistic. There's some pretty cool stuff that you could do with this that I've never seen in a trailer before. So everything as far as customization is pretty spot on. You've got different wheel brands, you've got different wheel setups, decals which can be added to the back and the side. You can do all of those. You do have the cover, yes or no. You've also got tension belts. I highly recommend you going yes with this because there is some neat stuff. And then you've got color options for the cover wall, rope, chassis frame, and the rims. But that's not the cool part. The cool part is when you get in game and you can start messing around with stuff. So let's go and turn on our tractor here. Whew, it's early morning. I'm still finding my voice. So obviously, just like other trailers, we have open and close the cover, and you've got your tension belts. But the thing that sets this one apart, I think, is just the sheer number of tension belts. If I can get in here, look at this. You got one going across the top, one straight from the front to the back at kind of a catty corner angle, and then you've got them all across the bottom. So you can really load some stuff up on here. So not only that, we've also got your tip side, your left, right, back, and grain door. But we've got a couple more things right here with the right stick. So I can actually tip this all the way off to the side, or I could tip it out towards the back. Unfortunately, there is no tip to the left, and of course you wouldn't want to tip to the front. So there's that. One thing I did find though, you can do this, and it doesn't like it. Yep, you're not supposed to do that. But I mean, I did it, and nobody stopped me. So this is where you would want to, let's put that back there. There we go. So this is where you would want to maybe have your tip side correct. So if we had tip side back for a reason, boop, there we go. So the rear door swings open, and you have actually tipped this back yourself. So you can open it up and then go from there. So let's bring that back down. Let's take this to a sell point and kind of find out how in the world that's going to work. Oh yeah, and this thing's got like realistic weights and stuff too. So it is going to beat and bang around and make a whole bunch of noise. So just be ready for that. So I've got some straw here. We'll be able to sell it. So I'm just going to open up the back, and you can see it's unloading just as fast as a trailer normally would. So I don't think that our setup here is going to change anything. We changed this to grain door. Yeah, that unloads as fast as I would expect. Unloading on the left. That opens up. Yeah, that does its thing. But the funny thing is we can still raise this up however we want, and it still unloads. Again, you're not supposed to do it that way, but you can. I would definitely recommend unloading to the right if you're going to be doing any of this, because it actually tilts that way. So as you can see here, tilt to the right, open it up, and you're good to go. I don't know why you can't tilt to the left. At least with me, I can't figure out how to do that. Nothing's allowing me to do it. But it is very cool, nonetheless. Next on our list, we got the Briri filled pack. This includes the 20,000 and 26,000 liter tankers. You've got your slurry and digestate, so that is very nice through there. As far as the small guy, 20,000 liter capacity, 222 horsepower. We do have the hitches in the back, so you will be needing to hook up to your drag hoses or injectors, something like that. You will have to have those. A couple nice wheel options to choose from. They are big and chunky, and they look great. So that is very cool. I'm loving the VibroSTAR wides, by the way. They almost touch, but not quite. They just barely get away with it. Actually, I think they clip just a tad bit into the front, but that's all right. You do have a main color set here. All of the colors, as a matter of fact. So naturally, we go toothpaste for that one. Chassis color, you can change that up. And then rim colors are rim colors. Whew, that's an ugly trailer the way I've done it. Here we go. Let's change that back to normal. That's a pretty trailer. Moving it on, we have a Spader, the Farmax DRP300 Perfect. This is one of Hispanomonic's conversions, 100 horsepower, 3 meters at 7 miles per hour. I don't know too many people who use Spaders, but here's another option if you want to use. You do have a 3-point that can be added to the back, so you can hook up another 3-point attachment like a cedar or something like that, and you've got plenty of colors. And another returner, the Alpego RmaX-300, or the RmaX. I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to be. Nonetheless, this is a power harrow, and it's nice to see power harrows. I do enjoy having them in the game. You got all your base colors here, but you are able to change them up because it is a mod. So you can change up quite a few things, make it look kind of cool. From the SMI modding team, we have the MAG SSP45. This is a little bit of a bigger cedar, 5 meters, 9 mile per hour max speed, 220 horsepower is required on it. You got 3,500 liters of seed and fertilizer together. You can see exactly where everything's coming from, all the hoses and everything. That is a very, very nice piece of equipment. With it being a cedar, you are able to do all of the standard stuff that the cedars do. It was direct drill. Did I say that? I think I said that. It's direct drill. Got another returner from Hispano, the Rostselmash K12200. Big old cultivator, 375 horsepower, 12.2 meters, and 9 miles per hour. This is very nice. And then we have multiple different colors. There's your main. Switch it around red for your design. Maybe don't use that one. And then rims. Whew, tell you what, YouTubers are not good at color options. Another cultivator, this one is from the LS Portal team. We're on UNIMAT 8.4 meter cultivator, 7 mile per hour max speed, 200 horsepower is required, which is actually not too bad at all. We do have a couple different sets for wheel setup. Looks like that's only going to change the rears though. So there you go, and get a little bit more of a grippy tire. And then we could change up quite a few. Yellow, yeah. And then you could change up your rims as well. Man, that looks cool. Get you an older tractor with this. That'll look awesome. And then lastly, we have the Rolmako VibroSTAR U445 from JMZ. A lot of Rolmako mods in here. We've got 130 horsepower, 6 meters at 9 miles per hour. Configurations, you could change up kind of the way the hitch goes, but I think the hitch is around towards the back. Yeah, check that out. That's nice. You got your spare wheel, the trawl, rear working elements, track eradicators, and front bar with reflectors. Rounding out all platform mods today, we have the Small Farm Dairy. This produces small packages of butter, cheese, goat cheese, and buffalo mozzarella. It's going to be 20 liters, 85, 45, and 45. Again, all products can be lifted by hand, sports tension belts, and can be sold at all standard points of sale. To be able to fill the dairy, the door must first be opened. We also have some wind generators made with barrels. These are going to cost you $2,500, $5,000, and $8,000 each, and they should make you between $360 and $840 per day or per month. Next is our lizard grain storage and pig food maker. Of course, we've got quite a few things in here. Sources for the pig food. You've got recipes for corn, barley, canola, and potatoes, or sorghum, wheat, sunflower, and sugar beet. So that is very cool. There's lights all the way around, and you'll be good to go. It also has this farm silo with 1.7 million liters. So I think you should be good to go for a while with that one. You can see the silo input, silo output, and the pig food maker output right there. On the inside, you've got your silo alternative output. So yes, you do have a couple of those. Another input, and then you've got the pig food maker input on the inside. Here's a nice big view of the outside. Next up, Lizard Liquid Manure Tank. This is going to cost you $80,000 and $75 if you, or $75,000 if you go with the extension. And one of the neat things about this is there is a ladder on here. So each one is 1.3 million liter compatible. So you've got, what's that, 2.6 if you use both of them. And you've got ladder up and ladder down, so you are able to go up and down. Very cool. Next to last is the Lizard Multipurpose Sheds. This is a set of bell shelter, consumable storage, vehicle shelter and storage, and vehicle shelter and storage composition. You can do quite a few different things with these. As far as the bell shelter goes, you're able to store 1,200 things. In the consumable storage, 200. And then, of course, the vehicle shelter and storage is just, well, that. You've also got the vehicle storage as a composition, 2,000 objects. That is wild. Goodness gracious. And lastly, you've got your Lizard vehicle shelters. This includes 3 placeables. You got the vehicle shelter enclosed, the open big, and the open small. It's going to cost you $188,138 and 96. All right, now let's check out our updates for all platforms. You got the liquid manure tank version 1001, console ready, and liter count adjust. We've got a long update for the apple tree from Montana version 1.1. Pallets can be lifted with pallet forks. Pallets are sold faster. Apples and apple juice can be sold at more selling stations. Apples can now also be transported in trailers. That's really cool. Additional recipes for water and fertilizer manure and without seeds. For compatibility reasons with the old version, the production recipes with seeds are still available though. Increase the water capacity for apple trees. More types of products can be sold at the small selling stations. Apple juice can now also be transported as a liquid in corresponding mod liquid tanks. How cool is that? That's so cool. For this purpose, there's also a loading trigger next to the production building in the same place where the unloading trigger is located. The sell stations must be suitable for this, i.e. not all sell stations work for liquid apple juice, even if they are suitable for apple juice pallets. Also, they show some thanks in the bottom. Jumping over to our new ones for PC and Mac players, we have the Mascar Montana 600 from the SMI modding team. This is PC and Mac only, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping we would see this for all platforms, maybe at a later date, or maybe a lizard version. Nonetheless, we have 1,600 liters of seed only. It is a seeder, no direct drill. 120 horsepower is required, 6 meters at 7 miles per hour. I love this mod, so if you end up seeing me use it and it's got more seed and direct drills, it's because I did some handiwork. Don't judge me. 2 bottles of this. You've got the black and red version, which is what they're calling their limited edition. And then you've got the regular version right here. Some more new ones for PC and Mac players. We got the test drive mod. This mod lets you drive a vehicle free of charge for a very limited length of time. By default, the test drive is free of charge for vehicles below $100,000 and lasts for 2 minutes in real time. If the vehicle is over $100,000, you have to pay a 3% interest fee, or 0.3% interest on there. That is very cool. You can also change the mod description, so I guess technically you could probably just drive stuff for forever. That's very cool. I dig this mod. We also have PlayerTeleport Display. Create a personal teleport point and manage them via a display box. You can customize the display box and optionally align it. It is multiplayer and single player compatible. Or go the opposite route. It's no teleport. The year is 3025. There are stories about ancient people and their rudimentary methods of teleportation. This is said, they go on to some pretty cool stuff, but there is no visit buttons on the map, no visit in the productions, nothing. And you cannot change vehicles by tabbing. Sounds very boring to me. Next up, we have the Unload Silage Additive mod. The mod allows you to unload silage additive for harvesters and loading wagons. And lastly, Unload Potato Seeders. This mod allows you to unload potatoes from potato seeders. Lastly, today we got a couple updates for PC and Mac players. First one is the Rhönplateu map version 1.1. A new save game is necessary. Language, landscape, and light and collision fixes and edits. Fix the object storage spawn areas. Added soil map for precision farming. Added stubble destruction, remade the main house, more nature for better feeling, changed the spawn area at the vehicle shop, added props, added house function to the, not gonna say that, farm, fixed the crop selling trigger at the agriculture trader, new pallet storage next to the chicken's own main farm, added multi-fruits, added compost station. Ran out of space on the screen. We also have new PDA, added workshop to the main farm, mission vehicle edits, added stone heap herb spawner? I'm not sure what that is. Added compost station, added basalt factory, added fruit orchard and apples, added compost pallet, added grain silo at the chicken barn. We got a jam stove and jam, more object storages, and more detailed changelog on the GitHub. Goodness gracious, more detailed? That's a lot. And your only other update, we have True AI Tracks version 2.2. Right at the top, implement wheels now correctly deform the terrain, new wheel-by-wheel processing system, and improve the AI detection for attached equipment. And that is it for this one. I am so sorry to SBSH for doing this to your trailer, but it's me, so I don't know what you expected. Hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like, get subscribed, join the DjGoHam fam, do all the fun stuff. And make sure you check out the videos from yesterday. Not only Farm Sim news, but we also had a release date for Straw Harvest confirmed, as well as Giants basically confirming the Mercedes DLC. So check that video out if you haven't seen it. Otherwise, have an awesome day. Happy Tuesday, and we'll catch you in the next one.